Hi, so I'm Shona, and I'm guessing you've decided to join my Wellbeing Programme this week because you're maybe stuck in a bit of a rut and you're looking to make some changes in your life, but maybe you just don't know how to do that. Maybe you don't even know that you need to make those changes yet. Hopefully, by the end of this week, you'll have a little bit more clarity and you'll decide whether you want to join me going forward. I'm just going to explain a little bit about me and why I do what I do. Some of you on this program or who are joining this week may already know a little bit about my past. So I'm now a coach and I help people to find themselves, to help break free of just dealing with things like procrastination, motivating themselves, and doing things that they're just deeply unsatisfied doing, finding times for themselves. We all live in a busy, frantic world. Whether you are a full-time mum, whether you are working full-time, whether you have kids, whatever it is, for some reason, our world now is just one of those places where we all seem to be working at a pace of 1,000,000 miles an hour. And then before we know it, we have a to-do list as long as both arms. And that leads to us being stressed, burnt out, and sometimes even depression, because we end up doing the things that deplete us and not enough time for doing the things that nourish us. So I'm going to show you how to get some of that back into your life, or all of that back into your life. And the reason I get that is because I've been there myself. I didn't talk about this for a very long time, but 6 years ago I had a breakdown. So that was 2013. And it took me 3 years to recover from that. So my background was law and psychology. I didn't even bother to really look into the psychology side after I finished uni. I went straight into the legal side, became a lawyer. But that's what eventually brought me to being burnt out, depressed, have a breakdown. Because all I seemed to be doing for that extra £500 bonus a year, or that extra 1% pay rise, which actually wasn't even important now, was working all the hours God sends. And when I eventually then got a family, I wasn't seeing my daughter, I wasn't seeing my husband. Our relationship suffered as a result. My relationship with my friends suffered. My health suffered, and that's actually taken a huge toll on my health. I might look healthy, but inside I'm not. Mentally, I'm okay now, but those physical effects have taken its toll on my health. And that's not good for any of us. And it can creep up on you before you know it. So if you're thinking, right, I'm not happy either with it could be your weight, it could be your relationship, it could be finances, it could be your job, and you're stuck in that rut and you want to get out of it, then I'm going to talk to you about my bionic goals, first of all. Bionic stands for, first of all, the B stands for brave. If you want to make a change, you need to be brave. That's the first thing. That's why you're here. I stands for identify. You need to identify that goal, and this is where I'll help you as well. It can be one goal, it can be two goals, but don't have more than a couple, because otherwise there'll be too many to deal with. Then the O stands for obtainable and timely. So is that goal or goals, are they obtainable? Are they timely and realistic? So don't set something for like 2 years in the future. If you do, then you need to break them down into smaller obtainable goals again, and that's something I'll help you work with. The N stands for necessary. Is that goal necessary? Well, if it's necessary for you, then yes, you've answered that question. And the I and the C stand for I can. If you keep telling yourself I can, then you will achieve it and you won't procrastinate. So that's all I've got to say for now. We have got a series of daily videos which I'm going to be posting. And every day this week, we're going to look at different things to do with change, goals. And hopefully by the end of this week, as I said, you'll have a little bit more clarity of where you're going. And then you can join me on my programme and be back to be the person you want to be. I'm really looking forward to this, guys.